This is Jeff Fortson with JeffCars.com. I'm here with Damon Lester, and Damon is actually Damon, give us your role with the National Association of Minority Automobile Dealers.
I am president of NAMAD, which is the National Association of Minority Auto Dealers.
And what's the reason for having these days having an association of minority dealers versus majority dealers?
You know, in this day and age, first of all, from a history standpoint, NAMAD was founded over 34 years ago in 1980 as a result of the need, because there was a lack of minority dealers, particularly African American dealers during that time frame, which was when we had the recession in the 80s. So NAMAD provided the advocacy level to provide that need within the manufacturers as well as with the federal government at that time, that there needed to be a process where the minorities had to become entrepreneurs within the dealership ranks.
And now, over the past few years, with bankruptcy occurring with a few of the automakers, we've lost a number of dealerships. What is NAMAD doing currently to work with manufacturers to make sure that we have a good representation of minority dealerships in place?
Well, prior to the bankruptcy, which was about 2008, 2009, we had, meaning the minority dealer body, which represents African American, Asian, Latino, and Native American, was well over 1,800 minority-owned dealerships throughout the United States.
And how many total dealerships are there? Basically, over
18,000.
18,000. Okay.
Yeah. So we've never breached the 5% threshold.
5% meaning what?
Representation within the dealership body. So 18,000 dealerships throughout the U.S. And currently there's about 1,100 minority-owned dealerships in the United States, which is about 5%.
And what percentage of minority sales do we represent when we think of new vehicle sales?
Minorities purchase, and that's African American, Asian, Latino, and Native American, conservatively purchase well over 28, almost 30% of all new cars and trucks.
So we represent, so totally about how many dealerships now do we have in the pie?
Currently about 1,100.
And which will be what percentage?
5%.
5%. Okay. So why is this important to me as a consumer if I utilize a majority-owned dealership as opposed to an African-American-owned or Hispanic-owned or Asian-owned dealership? What's the importance of it to me as a consumer?
Well, one, all dealers are supposed to service Mr. and Mrs. Customer, and that's the key to any dealership, particularly any business. However,
which would be with all customers, correct?
Customers.
Okay.
But when you look at a minority-owned dealership, typically we're going to hire people that look like us, or people of color, within those respective areas, as well as provide a very good outreach from a community aspect to supporting those local community businesses, the Boy Scouts clubs, the basketball teams, baseball teams, football teams. Those type of local advocacy and relationships is what a lot of the minority dealerships in the country tend to do within those respective counties.
Also, would this also provide room for us for growth to management positions, to possibly entrepreneurial positions of actually owning a dealership also?
Yeah, from the employee standpoint, yeah. What the goal is that we urge all of our members, which is about 90% of all of the minority dealers, is to give back and reach back and train someone and give them an opportunity just like they received. And one of the interesting things that we want to note is that 95% of all minority dealers are first-generation dealers.
Okay.
And when you look at that as a time frame, majority dealers are in their fourth, sixth generation dealers. It's been a legacy piece, and what we're trying to preach within our respective dealers is that generational wealth. Be able to pass this entity on to their kids and their kids' kids, so that they can provide a decent living for their families, and more importantly, we have that historical outreach that we can provide to those communities, because once those dealerships are in, though, they don't move, they don't relocate once they're there. They are the pillar of that respective community.
And if I'm a socially conscious consumer, how would I find dealerships that are minority owned?
If you're looking for trying to find a minority-owned dealership, you can go to our website, www.namad.org, and look for the dealer locator logo.
And that's NAMAD, NAMAD.org.
www.namad.org. Yes.
Okay. Hey, thank you. So again, we're here with Damon Lester. And Damon, what's your position again with NAMAD?
President of NAMAD, National Association of Minority Auto Dealers.
Thank you very much and have a great day.